Hello, everyone, and welcome to another art stream. I'll be working on the character models. I started to clean up the design because I realized that some of my references were, well, useful for me. They were kind of rough, so it wasn't. It's just more fun to be able to show them off and have them be cleaner. So, yeah. So I have her old design here where, I mean, it wasn't bad. It just could be improved. Okay. Right. Yeah, good. Just added in some more aspects of her guitar. Oops. Yes. I hope everyone's having a good week. It's been okay for me. Oh yeah, I should do some. One sec. Sorry, I like to start off with some warm ups. I always do that. It's kind of hard to just jump right into the design. So. Plus, I might actually find something that would be good for one of their outfits while doing the reference. Anyway. Sorry. One sec. Okay. Anyway. You can also, I know this doesn't seem like a lot, but there's several characters and I can put them in different poses too, so that'll be nice, being able to get them their reference sheets to show more than just like 3/4 view, and to do it cleanly so I can just use it for the future. For instance, this would be pretty good for her. I'm gonna check something out. Sorry. See if I can find my. Pretty sure I know where they are. Just making sure. There it is. Found it. Okay. Okay. Animal. Okay. This is a different drawing angle than I usually do, so it might be kind of useful for drawing June from this angle. Okay. Sorry. I did see some interesting news that Bloodborne might be getting a movie, which apparently a YouTuber I watch is involved in it, which I still need to look up the details of that because I'm really interested how he can be, because he's not the creator. So I'm very curious to see how he got involved, and because we are seeing in general just more YouTubers as producers for films. Like, I mean, Markiplier did that. Well, I guess that's maybe part of my answer, but this is a bigger game, so I'm curious because he did that indie game and made it into a film, Iron Lung, but that's not nearly as big as a From Software game. But then again, who knows? Maybe because of the fact that, maybe because of his background, he was able to approach them and be taken seriously. So I don't know. I'll look into it. He recently released a video explaining it, so that's exciting. I love those games. Really cool lore, and the art books are really gorgeous. Really recommend them if anyone's looking for a good game. Game art books. Really cool, like dark fantasy concept art about a civilization that basically just unraveled as they like fell into using this miracle solution from an ancient civilization to cure any illness, but unfortunately it had serious side effects like turning people into monsters and then tricking people into hunting their own neighbors by pretending that wasn't something they knew about, and it was unrelated. It's also cool that in that game, on top of everything else, your character doesn't have really their own dialogue, but if you wear different clothing, you'll get different responses from enemies that are of different factions, because like you're wearing the other faction's clothing, and they'll think you're part of that faction. Like there's certain groups that yeah, the different tiers to the city, and different factions rule over those areas, and they have, even though they're all part of the same, some of them are part of the same group. There's others that are like scholars that were not looked kindly upon by the church, and because they sought to the actual tenets, which is that you don't mess with the ancient blood that the other civilization was messing with, because it kind of is a strong hint that that's what undid them. So maybe not the best thing to play around with. It's like, yeah, this stuff is super dangerous, but sure, we can handle it. We're smarter than them. No, you're not. Nope. Not one bit. Hello! Glad you can drop by today. I'm just doing some warm-ups right now, but I was going to do some work on my character designs. I've been... Oops. That's not my character design. One of these. There it is. Yeah, I've been... I updated her June Steele song a little bit, so I thought I would try and give her some finish this up, and then try and give her some different outfits. Like, she's going to be wearing a different outfit in the next part of the story, so I figure it'd be good to put it on her character ref sheet, so I can just jump to it for color and get everything accurate. So, but right now I'm just starting up with some sketches. So. Hope you're having a good week. Mine got better once I found I had lost my a key to my house, to my apartment, and then someone at work found it in our parking lot. So that made my week a lot better, knowing that I didn't have one floating out in the universe that I didn't have to replace the door or anything, like, or change the keys, because that can be pricey. So even though I probably wouldn't have had to, because it was like out in the middle of nowhere, it wasn't like if I dropped them in my parking lot I'd be worried, but far away no one's going to know what that key does. But still, it was something that was stressing me out over the weekend. But it's good that it all worked out. Yeah. Yeah, I knew that I have a specific area of the parking lot that I park, so that helped out a lot, because I could tell them where to look, or where I expected it to be, and it was very close to there. So that was lucky. I made a little more progress on the VTuber model over the weekend, but it kept crashing. But I think I don't know what, like, I somehow managed to make some progress even with all the crashing. So hopefully, well, I don't even know. Hopefully I'll be done with that in the near future. I'm not sure what the near future entails, but because of how many times it's crashed, but I am really trying to get it done as soon as possible. I am getting really tired of all these crashes. I'm trying to save all the time, but then I get nervous because every time I save, there's a possibility that might be where I lose all my progress. So I'm just like, I don't know. Yeah, So far, the trickiest part's been just trying to retain. On top of that, just trying to retain the quality with the head turn, which for some reason keeps dipping every time I move the head around. But it's my first model, so I'm not too worried. But still, it'd be nice if it looked good. 6:20. I'm on the Eastern. I'm in Eastern time, so yeah. Oops, I clicked on my character accidentally. Yeah, I usually try to start at 6, but I always like run around looking for things before the stream, so sometimes I'm a few minutes late, but usually I try to go for 6 o'clock startup time. Oh wow. Goodness, wow, thanks for giving me some of your time then. That's late. Yeah. Appreciate it. Sorry, 1 sec. Just gonna... Cool. Let's try to do some other pose. Here's a good one. Sorry. I think I heard the last part of the Digital Circus is going to be in theaters, but I'll have to double check on that. I'm worried. I think it's part of the trailer, so I've been kind of avoiding it because I don't want to know what happens in the next section before actually watching it. Oops. 1 sec, I just gotta grab some water. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna. It's in June actually. I think it's the 20th or something. Or I do wonder if they have any plans for well, if they're gonna just like divert all their energy to the that other show, or if they're gonna put more energy into finding more licenses through other indie groups. But what time will tell, I guess. Because there was I mean, they definitely for a while were grabbing a couple different creator studios. So I'm curious to see if they grab any more over the summer. Because I liked Gaslight District. That was really cool. That animated show they had, what was it called? Let's see. My brain's forgetting. It's been a while since I've watched it. I need to go back and rewatch it. Oops, what? Oh, come on. Ah! No, I didn't want to. Why does it keep opening that window? Oh, Knights of Guinevere, yeah. Okay. Interesting. Of course, it's the week before I take off. darn the luck. Yep. Actually, that's... Yeah. Because I'm taking off... I'll be taking off for work my birthday week of the 8th to the 12th. So that'll be fun. Like, gift to myself every year. Although maybe if it's popular, it might still be in studios that whole week. It really just depends on what the theaters decide to do. I hope they do, because it would be pretty. Such a big, such a popular show. It would be smart for them to keep it in for more than a weekend. But again, even with like most of the anime that's come to theaters, they usually keep even that in for like at least like a few weeks. Like Mugen Train, I think that stayed in for like a month at least. But that was because that made them a lot of money. Which is funny because I hadn't really watched much of Demon Slayer, and I went to go watch Mugen Train, and I mean, I knew who the characters were, but I had no idea about the story. So I was just like, oh, okay. It's not a complicated show, so it wasn't too hard to follow. I would definitely recommend to anyone who wanted to see the that aired in the theaters would probably definitely watch the episode, like watch all the other episodes beforehand, because that would be a little confusing. It's a very different show. You you think that's where they're heading? I don't want any spoilers from the trailer, but I have a feeling something bad's gonna happen. Yeah. I have a feeling I know what's gonna the if any of them isn't gonna make it through the whole story, I have a feeling I know who is gonna be the one that doesn't make it, but I could be wrong. That last episode was really good with the whole confrontation and everything. That was in the they put a song in it. That was so cool. Like everyone I watched a couple of reacts and everyone was nerding out about the musical. And the opening being so basic and like showing everything that like the storytelling through shapes. I love that. That was such a clever idea. Or were you saying the sad ending was from Mugen Training? Because Mugen Train, I wish I had known more about that character because I would have felt a lot more for what happened in that story. I mean, I still got the gist of it, but I'm sure if I had watched the show, that would have been a much more like Kakashi getting defeated kind of and passing away kind of moment versus like, oh, this guy's really strong, he's important to the story, but I don't know who he is kind of moment. Yeah. Excuse me. I did start watching this new show called I always butcher the name, I'm sure. They even said it in the show. I think it's Atelier. Witch Head Atelier, I think is what it's called. It's got gorgeous animation, and I really like the character. Because even with everything that happened in the first episode, that was really quite sad as well. She still has like this feeling of like wonder about magic, and I really like. I love the character designs and like the rivalry in it that they've already shown in the second episode is really good. Like like in anything else, they could have just gone the lazy route, but like it's such a simple ideal for the rivalry, but it makes sense. Like this girl just gets to do this thing that many of the other students that are there had to work really hard to even get this guy's attention, and she just kind of like fell into it in a really bad way. So that it's kind of the huge qualifier there, where it's like someone would be like, like I had to work my butt off, and it's like, yeah, but you didn't have to do what she had to deal with, so be a little nicer, okay? She's probably has PTSD, and she's like 8. I also have the first volume of the manga, and it's gorgeous art. That's what got me excited for that show. Like it's got this very watercolory, like very sharp, clean style. So I'm curious to see where it goes, and I like the fact that it's one of those shows that has I like when magic or like your power system has benefits and very severe like consequences for abusing it. Kind of like Full Metal Alchemist or something like that, where it's like there's just like, or like at Last Airbender, where everything works around each other in a specific way, and there's a history to these abilities and how they've been applied throughout time. Oh, did you hear about the speaking of Last Airbender, did you hear about the leak? I saw like one clip from it, and I mean, I definitely agree that it's so weird because all I'm seeing is the online response. So it's hard to tell if this is even like anything that the studio's actually talking about. I'd have to see, because everyone's making it sound like doomsday, because like I think a lot of it got released, maybe even all of it, but like, and that part I get for them being concerned, because that's really bad for them as to market the future projects, because it's going to be hard to like get backing when you can't even say that your like site is secure. But yeah, I don't know. I don't understand how. I guess because they really just need to be more. All these places need to modernize and be much more careful with off-site consult or teams. Like this just keeps happening because of that so many times, that to the point where I'm not sure if that's what happened this time, but it feels like that's probably what happened, because it seems like majority of the time it's not in-house, it's somebody that was working on the project outside, and just since they're not there, they don't feel the consequences or the threats of the team of getting in trouble, so that they don't feel bad when they just release everything early and possibly release an unfinished project in many cases. I mean, from what I saw in the clips, it looked good, so I don't think it was really harmful, but it was supposed to come out this fall, so it definitely came out way too early. I think most places caught it already, and you might be able to. If you do find it, I would definitely recommend not downloading it, because it might be at places now that are like where there might be viruses attached to it, because it's been online for long enough now that that's probably the only places where it hasn't been taken down. But I did find a clip on YouTube, so even though I didn't want to. But it was kind of cool seeing what Aang looks like. And Aang and Katara, like, it was just a clip showing their like some moments of them. So it was kind of nice. Because all I know about them when they're adults is from Korra, and that sounded more stressful than romantic, because it was like everything about Korra was about like how it was about the stress of like trying to Aang hoping that he would have a son that was an airbender, and probably Katara's probably stressed out because from her side, because they weren't having any. and them talking about how he was a little more distant with his kids who weren't airbenders, especially once Tenzin was born. Which is interesting. I don't think it makes him as bad of a father as they said he was, but it clearly doesn't make him paint him in a great view. But I don't think it makes him a villain. Just makes him it makes him flawed. Which, here's a new page I was working on too. They're about to enter the city, so I wanted to make this. I've been working on but there's a lot more before that, so I don't want to. Let's get to work on this. Because I'm going to work on their city clothes. It's fun. What I'm thinking of is I want to give her a very over the top costume. Like she just went and had fun in the thrift store, kind of. Like she hasn't been out and about in a while, or really at all, because most of the times her father just goes out and gets clothing and brings it back to the village, or she just maybe a caravan might come through, but usually those aren't humans, so so she kind of just gets all this different band and kind of. I'm thinking she might have a hair metal kind of look to her costume is what I might go for, where she's kind of got a wig on that's really big and puffy and spike. Maybe spike bracelets or something, or I'm trying to think of some fun punk stuff, or some grunge kind of clothing maybe she might get. Let's see, what am I doing? Oh yeah, let's do the other. Just draw on top of this and make it do another seating pose, but just make it I think. Have you watched Knights of Guinevere? Because it's good. I just think it needs to be improved before any more of it comes out. They really focused on the two main characters a lot, and I get it, it's a pilot, but there's just no one else in the story yet other than maybe the antagonist, but they didn't even do a great job of showing her off, so I'm hoping that when they bring it back they have a better plan on side characters. I'm just surprised because this creator was part of the Owl House, and that had all kinds of different characters, both male and female, and this one's just just the two girls, or yeah, and then the villain. So it's kind of like I really want to see more than that. Or I want to see some of the side characters that were presented as being a little more important, because they kind of did have this one guy, but he was kind of just very very negatively painted, and it was very easy to write him off as just a problem character, and instead of like going into why he is the way he is. So, oh no, I had that happen last. Oh, what was that? A few weeks ago, I was having issues with my internet. So, now I was just talking about Knights of Guinevere. But again, I'm more excited about Gaslight District at the moment, because even in their pilot, I think they were able to like their characters just are more fun to me. But I love the animation in Knights of Guinevere, which is why I wanted to do good. I just think that the whole like anti-Disney thing is just a little too heavy-handed, and I really want to see something more than just, hey, doesn't Disney have a checkered past to their point of view? It's like, I don't really care about one person's point of view of Disney. I love Disney. Like Aladdin will always be one of my favorites. Even the ones that, even when they made movies that were kind of just okay, they were still really good. Like Pocahontas is still a gorgeous movie. Like the animation for her hair was incredible. So I still, and it's fun. It is kind of funny though that, like, I mean, it not a surprise, but like because of the people they had on it, but they thought Pocahontas was going to do way better than Lion King, and then Lion King just knocked it out of the park between the music and the voice cast they got for it. I mean, you got James Earl Jones. I'm surprised they didn't see that as going to be like out of the. He always delivers. But then again, that was early in production, so it's not a surprise that they weren't sure which one was going to do better. I'm sure by the time they were at like midway through it, looking at like the story beats of things that happened in Lion King, they were like, "Oh, this is really special." It's like they had great voice cast and really good story there. I mean, considering it is pretty much Hamlet with lions, but it still is still really good. Oops, this is annoying. This brush keeps bouncing all over the place. To make it smaller, I think. Do you have a Disney movie you like, or do you have a different studio you prefer? Because if you have a different, that's fine too. Like Cartoon Saloon, I think is really good as well. They have a Book of Kells was gorgeous. I love the and Wolfwalkers and Song of the Sea were all really good. So if you prefer something like that, that's fine too. I just grew up with all that Disney, all the Disney movies, so that's why they're my favorite. But Book of Kells had some really good, cool art, and I just love how it's all fashioned in the style of the actual book. Which my college actually had a copy of that, or like a like a replica. So I got these. So when that came out, I got to check. I don't remember if I was in college at the time. Actually, I think I was. So I would. No, I wasn't. But I did check it out while I was there, and it was pretty cool. Getting to see the all the work that went into that book. Would like to see the original sometime. It's a shame that no one's really taken the mantle from Studio Ghibli, because when after Heath stepped down, they kind of, and I think it was more of a plan of the other people anyway, but they kind of wanted to go more into kids TV shows, which or just children to young adult like stories, which fair enough. If that's what you want to do, then go for it. But I just wish someone else would step forward, because there was for a while like Satoshi Kon back when he was working on things for with Perfect Blue and Tokyo Godfathers and Paprika, which I love. All really good movies, and I was hoping for more to see more, but then sadly that didn't work out. And but who knows, with all these other studios and just smaller groups popping out, like maybe we'll see, maybe one of them will become really big, like the team that's doing Lackadaisy. Maybe they'll turn into something big, because I really like I read that back in the day. I read the comic a little bit. I still need to finish it, or at least get further in it. I mean, because I fell behind, or I fell out of drawing or reading webcomics for a while. But I would like to get back into it, especially now that I'm back to writing one. Let's see. Maybe something like this. Like she's got like really pronounced hair. Yeah, but that doesn't make sense. I'd rather go nut, go crazy. No. Okay. Yeah, this is more like what I want, where it's like very, like, then maybe just like some, like Gurren Lagann, like over the top, like huge sunglasses. Yeah. It's like ripped sleeve, like ripped off sleeves, and then don't think if she's got a. If I want to go for a skirt on her or a. Maybe I'll try. Putting it. Just to see. Do, do, do. Excuse me. Give her a longer dress, actually. Kind of want her to have, like... Do, 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 do. That's a little too wild. Yeah, I kind of like the longer dress. How are we doing time-wise? Not bad, only an hour. Okay. Try a couple different outfits for her. Do, 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 do. And some different hairstyles too, just for fun. No makeup. I don't want to draw that again. That'd be too much for even her. Maybe just like fake glasses or something. Or maybe... I'll think of something. Maybe, oh, fake lashes. Like, or like, yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm probably not drawing this. This is, nah, not that anyway. Maybe just a regular belt or like just a really dark belt here. Because I'm not drawing like little. Well, maybe what I can do is just I can just do like that instead, like little circles instead of like raised bits of metal on it instead of like that. Yeah, it's better. Decisions. This is fine. Since it's a thrift store, it's not like she's gonna find like the top of the top there. So even if it is outdated clothing, it's still not like she's gonna find super rare clothing there. He's just got like just regular glasses, just kind of. What kind of boots would maybe just like a. That's a cool. Do do do. Do, 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 do. These are kind of cool. Like something kind of like. I don't know why, but I just want to put stars on her. Maybe because I'm gonna take them off. It's gonna like I think I'm thinking of Gem. I mean, Yeah, I kind of like this. Because this is kind of what I was going for with, like, she's just, like, over the top kind of look to her. Now let's do draw Richard's design, because he's gonna have much more of a covert kind of like appearance to his. Where's his costume? Richard, where are you? There's one of you. Where's the full one? Oh, here it is. Yeah, here's Richard. So let's read it. Now let's work on his design and try and give him more of a like that's more of a trying to kind of hide his Excuse me. I know what to do. Let's see. Oops, that's not what I want. Let's give him more like outdoor clothing. He already kind of had that, but yeah. Okay, here we go. Maybe also changes his shirt to look more like a flannel. Or maybe he just has a he kind of parts his hair differently a little bit. I'm fading fast. I'm gonna try and just finish him up, and then I'll probably call it. Because I just wanna. I'm just happy I was able to at least get like her, like the line work roughed out for her idea, so I don't forget it. And then maybe he, much like her, changes his hair color just so that it's not standing out as much. So he turns into like a dirty blonde kind of. Yeah. I think it'd be kind of cool if he's wearing like a vest or something like that, like a. And then like underneath it, he has his he'll have like a plaid, like a. Ooh. Maybe a faded plaid. Yeah. I'm just gonna make it one color. It's too much of a pain to, especially for something he's only gonna be wearing if in at least at this point in one city. Much like how hers is over the top, I'd rather his just be like really simple. And even plaid would be too much of a thing to he would think would stand out as something that someone might remember. So maybe even just like a dark navy or something like that, or like if with like discoloration in it from just use and sun damage. In other words, she went to a thrift store, he literally went dumpster diving. Actually, maybe he went to an army surplus place or something. Because the more I think about it, if he actually went and grabbed something out of a dumpster, that would be the that would also be a negative effect because people would remember him as the smelly guy, and that's just as bad as being the person who stands out because you're wearing like 100-year-old clothing like June did. So. Let's see, what should we do for color. I want to go with like a dark green actually instead of a... Yeah. Dark green's better. Or even... Yeah. Something kind of like that. Or it's like a faded, like... It was a brighter red shirt, but like it's been... Cool. Something like this. He just changed the color of his shoes, I think. So he wouldn't want to go through all the trouble. That'd be kind of cool. It's like something that like maybe he runs into another not necessarily someone from his unit, but someone from a different military unit that recognizes his boots. I think this is good. It's been around almost 2 hours now. Kind of sorry, it's a little tired today, but I did get a lot done for the almost 2 hours. So, like, I got these both roughed out, so that's really good. Like, I wasn't expecting to even get that far, but getting hers to the point where, like, I have a few different designs. No. Hate when I do that. Yeah. A few different costume designs for her. And, yeah. Another pose that I cleaned up a little bit, so I can finish these up on Friday and do some work on the comic itself on stream. I might actually give him plaid, but we'll see. Yeah, probably. Anyway, I hope everyone had a nice night and a nice rest of your week, and I'll see you all on Friday. So at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As usual, I need to say this more, but if you can leave a comment and a like and hit that bell, you don't even have to worry about the time. It'll tell you when I'm streaming. So, yeah. Sorry, I hit the mic. But, yeah, just all those other things boost my visibility, and that means more people that I can talk to and you can talk to, because this will be more visible. So, anyway, enjoy the rest of your week, and look forward to seeing all of you again on Friday. Take care.